Blowing.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Chooses to go cross-field. Koundé. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, I get the feeling, Peter, that this guy, Michael Olise, will be very much on show here. He's, I think, superb in that position on the right-hand side. I don't want to see him moved anywhere else in the team because he's expert in that area. And I think the next phase in his career now is to start scoring more goals. He's already pretty proficient at that, but he's good enough to add many more goals to his game, and he could do some damage here too.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Hernandez. All played for Dembele. Tchouaméni. Back towards the middle. Howson. Now Eder Militao. Neither side especially adventurous early on. And it's Rudiger. Alexander-Arnold. Rudiger. Now it's Mbappe. Madrid looking to pass their way through. For Valverde. Bellingham. That's a shade optimistic. And it's Valverde. And here's Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Chance! And he's taking no chances there. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Oh, nice touch. And that's aimed into the middle. Konate attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Threads one in. Now it's Vinicius Junior. That's an excellent interception. France still without a single shot on target. Camavinga. Tchouaméni. Played out wide. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Tries to play it through. Vinicius Junior picks it up out wide. Gets into some space. Koundé calmly anticipates. And they can counter here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Look at the space here. And a chance! Goal! France! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
France have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Eder Militao. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. He has found the way through. And it's Dembele. Tchouaméni. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. This is the time you need that pace.
France looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Rudiger. And it's Valverde. Bellingham. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. And he shoots! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Yeah, but I really like that link-up there. I think something I'm sure they can work on again and get it right.
Tchouaméni. Oh, easy pickings there. Nicely weighted ball. Looking to play him in. Koundé kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Tchouaméni.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
Vinicius Junior. Tchouaméni. And it's Camavinga. And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
France leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And we are back on the way.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out, see if you can open them up a bit more.
Tchouaméni. Camavinga.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Nice physical challenge. Pinches it off him.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Tchouaméni. France are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Now Eder Militao. Tchouaméni. Eder Militao. And here's Vinicius Junior. Stood up well to him there. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Bellingham. Hernandez gets a foot in here. Olise. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now. Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And here's Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, good spread. Not the most accurate pass. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Nice interception, well timed.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
That's the keeper's ball. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Rabiot, who's set up one goal so far. Rabiot. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Looking for the run. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now it's Mbappe. Rabiot. Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Camavinga. France finding their passes. Oh, important interception. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
France clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Madrid do have a chance to counter here. Vinicius Junior. Valverde.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
France moments now away from seeing this one out. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Mbappe. Olise. Nice looking ball. And we're done. France have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Camavinga voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
The action has already started. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Gets into some space. He's found the way through. Oh, good read. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, the explosive Ousmane Dembele is a very interesting player. Praised by many for his game-changing qualities. His showboating and confidence has has won him a lot of admirers, and he can be a real force if he can add consistency to all of that talent.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Hernandez.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Pinches it off him. Howson. So what can they make of this? Madrid look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time.
Valverde! In for the pieces! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Tchouaméni. Now Howson. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Eder Militao. Now Howson. And it's Rudiger. Here's Tchouaméni. With Rudiger. Mbappe. Oh, it's Dembele. Bellingham. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Olise. Couldn't squeeze it through. Alexander-Arnold. Mbappe. Dembele. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Quality ball. Engages and forces him off the ball. He's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
Look at the space here. Great ball, and he's in here. Now this could be a chance. Oh, good take in a good area. Hernandez picks it up out wide. There's the shot! Defending of the desperate variety. And it's Hernandez. And it's Tchouaméni. Alexander-Arnold, and that could set him on his way. He's in a great position here. He is through here. Konate, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Well, that has not gone well. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Played out towards the right wing. Good ball, good take. Fires it in low. And the finish! That's another chance! Goal! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Knocks it out wide. Skims one, it shoots! And the keeper couldn't hold it. He scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
And There's the end of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
France really are lucky not to be down by one, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players, otherwise this one's as good as done.
And we are already promptly back underway.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one.
And a chance! And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And he's gone backward here. Takes a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Madrid find a position of real strength now. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Valverde. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Dembele. That has ended up in no man's land. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And here's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior is in a really good position out wide. Olise. No, again, there's no way through. Now, can they get him away?
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Camavinga. He's looking wide.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
France can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Le numéro 14, le numéro 6, le numéro 7. À leur place, le numéro 18, le numéro 13,
Alexander
le numéro
Arnold.
20.
That's good running with the ball. That pass isn't the best. Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Can he get it through? It's a promising position. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. France are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Olise. Barcola. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Alexander Arnold. That's Rudiger. Eder Militao. Shot could be on. Chance! Lacking in accuracy.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their
À leur
benches.
place, le numéro 24.
Alexander
Le
Arnold.
numéro 3. Digne. Changement.
Digne kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Konate. Now it's Mbappe. And that pass just didn't quite work. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Tchouaméni. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Brahim Diaz. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Rodrigo. Madrid finding their passes. Oh, no joy this time. Doué.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Tchouaméni spots it and intercepts. Vinicius Junior aimed beyond the defence. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, when it comes to being very watchable, Peter, I don't think you'll get much better than Vinicius Junior. His raw pace, added to the infinite amount of trickery he has up his sleeve, are sure to cause any defence no shortage of headaches. He just needs a better final product at the top level.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fair to say, I think a cautious start from both teams. Bellingham.
quarter of an hour played.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Well read, nice interception. Vinicius Junior. Looking for options for movement. Always onto this. He has found the way through. Nice interception, well timed. Camavinga played out to the left flank. He's found the way through. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham takes control of it and he's on the move. Driven forward. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. Bellingham. Valverde. Tchouaméni. And it's Valverde. Might be... Mbappe! He's delivered all right! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
The message is clear, none shall pass. Madrid finding their passes. Can he get it through? He's on it, can he get away? Alexander-Arnold. Valverde.
This is the time you need that pace.
And it's Bellingham. Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Valverde. He's in a great position here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Vinicius Junior. Bellingham goes steaming forward. And he's chosen to go back. And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Vinicius Junior into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Some really good ball movement. Quality ball.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
He's shifting through the gears here. Danger averted for now. Looking for the run, and he's picked it up out wide. Valverde kept his eye on it, and he's there. Great vision. Mbappe! And the first half is done. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. There's the shot! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Vinicius Junior deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Alexander-Arnold. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior. Oh, this is a terrific run. Alexander-Arnold defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. And it's Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Decent chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Mbappe under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Played back in.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Vinicius Junior. And it's Tchouaméni. Alexander-Arnold. Tries to play it through. Here's Tchouaméni. Now there's a fine ball. Bellingham. Alexander-Arnold.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Now, can they get him away? That's a nicely shaped ball. Oh, this is a great position. Madrid can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Valverde is offering some sort of an apology there.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
That's a lovely, neat pass. And the pass is intercepted. It's gone out for a throw-in.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 6. El dorsal 22.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
El dorsal 8.
Mendy,
El dorsal 7.
played into space.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
I think the
15.
message here
El
is
dorsal
quite clear,
24.
Peter. They want another
El
one
dorsal
and will
4.
seemingly keep
El
going
dorsal
until they get it.
30. El dorsal 11. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
He's beaten the last man. And the finish! It's in! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Madrid grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this poses a very interesting question now, Peter. Do they push on to try and win it in normal time? They certainly have the momentum.
And it's Tchouaméni. And the return pass. Takes a shot! And that's a real chance missed.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Tchouaméni is there and he can pick it up. Well, the
blocks a decent ball.
Can he get on the end of this?
Great chance! Goal! And they've got their lead back.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And now he has two. Madrid get themselves into the lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Gets a good foot in there.
Goulet. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
And the number on the board is 3. Rodrigo. Camavinga. Madrid have reclaimed it.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
And that is that. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
Vinicius Junior!
Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Fires it in low. Rudiger gets good distance on it.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
Alexander-Arnold plays it in. Alexander-Arnold. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the more productive players around, despite being a defender. When you look at his stats and see his contributions, you can realise how...
Oh, what has happened here? Alexander-Arnold did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Vinicius Junior. Madrid are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And it's Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. And here's Bellingham. Oh, well played. He's had a shot! His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
Madrid have broken through, it's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
Some really good ball movement. Can he finish? It's hit the upright. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Alexander-Arnold. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Vinicius Junior. And it's Tchouaméni. Camavinga, and claimed it back swiftly. He's a sharp little ball here. There's the shot! Bellingham gets it clear. Camavinga. Tchouaméni. That's Rudiger. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Camavinga. And it's Alexander-Arnold. For Valverde. Tchouaméni. And it's Camavinga. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Pinches it off him. And here's Vinicius Junior. Passing is crisp and sharp. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Eder Militao. Turns back here, probably the best option. Half-time getting close now. For Valverde. Rudiger. Now Eder Militao. Howson. And it's Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Camavinga. That's been cut out, well played. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's shifting through the gears here. Vinicius Junior finds himself offside. And we've reached half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Madrid have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Madrid carrying a one-goal lead. Played out to the right. Looking for options for movement. Alexander-Arnold. Valverde. Howson. No, that's been intercepted. Camavinga. Howson calmly anticipates. Rudiger. Madrid just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Looking for the run. Vinicius Junior looking to get on the end of this. Valverde. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Can he get it through? Very nicely done. Cross into the box. He gets big! Referee's given a throw. Valverde. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead.
Takes a shot! Danger averted for now. Eder Militao did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's a nicely shaped ball. He's in a good position here. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So,
5.
time for changes
El
on
dorsal
both
7.
sides, actually.
El dorsal 8.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Brahim Diaz. Madrid perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. And it's Garcia. Looking to play him in. Rodrigo moves wide and looking to get onto this. And it's Garcia.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
And here's Rodrigo. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Now it's Mbappe. Rudiger gets across to intercept that. Threads one in. Has a look and plays it forward. Rudiger cuts it out. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Camavinga cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Chouameni, and now the breakaway. And Rodrigo. That's a good run down the left. Now, can they get him away?
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
He's had it taken off him. Tries to pass it through. 90 minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
Well, fitness and fatigue, the key factors now as we... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction and hopefully the style of contest.
The action has already started.
Now it's Mbappe.
Vinicius Junior! Sensational from Vinicius Junior!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing...
Can he finish?
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. And it's Tchouaméni. Now Howson. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Camavinga. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. This is the time you need that pace.
Vinicius Junior could try cutting inside here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Tchouaméni. Madrid look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Valverde. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. Bellingham. Oh, strongly challenged there. Alexander-Arnold. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Camavinga played out to the left flank, and he's intervened well there. More and more pressure on the ball here. Eder Militao, and it's gone back to the keeper. Rudiger. And it's Tchouaméni. Tchouaméni. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Camavinga. This is promising. Gives it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now, can they get him away? Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And it's Valverde. Knocks it into space. Howson.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That's Rudiger. Alexander-Arnold. Can he get it through? Oh, super find. He's had a shot! He's got a goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Valverde. Madrid finding their passes. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's a sharp little ball here. Alexander-Arnold gets across to intercept that. And that's a good ball. And that'll be the last act of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Here we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Mbappe! And he shoots! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A case now of complete control. Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. Valverde. In with the challenge. Eder Militao. Tchouaméni. Now it's Mbappe. Tchouaméni tidy with his distribution. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Over to the left. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! He's scored! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Madrid are having a ball here.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi, Peter. Always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. And the shot!
Bellingham.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Vinicius Junior.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and shot a goal! Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And here's Vinicius Junior. Madrid have got it back and they'll have another go. So it is still 0-0. Great defending, strong and determined. Howson. Madrid look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And it's Valverde. Stood up well to him there. Looking to play him in. Bellingham. Courtois clears. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Now Eder Militao. Alexander-Arnold. Vinicius Junior. And he's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Howson. Rudiger. That's a lovely pass. Tchouaméni. It's Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Half an hour played now. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Brilliantly cut out. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. And it's Valverde. Valverde. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's a key interception. Bellingham. Knocks it into space. This looks promising. And he's managed to get free. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Rudiger. Here's Tchouaméni. Bellingham. He's had it taken off him. Now it's Mbappe. Valverde. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! And it's Alexander-Arnold. Valverde.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Valverde. And he's forced to go back. Courtois. And there is the half-time whistle. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Reflections on the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we are back on the way.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Bellingham. Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly. Vinicius Junior really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly.
And the finish! He's delivered all right!
Boom! There we go, and it couldn't be much better. He was born for the glory he's just managed. The apple on top of the tree. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Madrid have fired themselves in front.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
No, no way through there. Vinicius Junior
Being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Chips it through.
Vinicius Junior
Oh, that's fabulous. Showing good feet. Now he's having a shot! Now that is commitment to the cause. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Oh, that's nice. That's been cut out, well played.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Alexander-Arnold. The pressing's intense and it's paid off. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Can he stop it going out? And here's Mbappe. It's a promising position. That's a throw.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Bellingham. Camavinga. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Camavinga. Madrid are leading here through the only goal of the game, scored early in the second half. 1-0 the score. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And it's Garcia. Can he get it through? Rodrigo is onto this. Plays in a big header! So close to drawing level.
Mbappe clearly knows that he let himself down there. He'd like another putt at that one, but that's not how it works.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So,
6.
time for changes
El
on
dorsal
both
5.
sides, actually.
El dorsal 8. El dorsal 7. Serán sustituidos.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Played out to the right.
Brahim Diaz. Still just that single goal and we are nearly done.
Fran Garcia.
Picked out brilliantly. Just eases him off the ball.
Opts for safety. Eder Militao.
5 minutes left on the clock. Now that's a lovely exchange.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Chance, surely! Madrid close now to seeing this one through to the end. And it's Camavinga. He's on it, can he get away?
Tries a shot! They've done it! They have stolen level at the last!
And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the...
Shoots! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
Cross into the box.
That's good defensive concentration.
And the referee brings it to a close.
So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
He's having a shot!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So, a breakthrough already.
Eder Militao.
Out to the left it goes.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Camavinga. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Bellingham. Tchouaméni. And it's Valverde. And here's Mbappe. Bellingham receives it in a good position here. Mbappe. So just the one early goal to report so far.
And the score is 1-0.
Nicely weighted ball. Alexander-Arnold deals with that comfortably.
Valverde.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Good ball, good take. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Mbappe. Caught offside that time. Bellingham. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And he's found a way past. Decent chance! He scores! They are right right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Madrid grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Great vision. And here's Mbappe. And he welcomes it in. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that's fabulous. Big chance! No, he's missed it.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Alexander-Arnold. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Tries to pass it through, and he plays one through. Now this could be a chance. Mbappe! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Alexander-Arnold. It's Vinicius Junior. Valverde. And it's Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tchouaméni. It's a searching pass. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. This is the time you need that pace.
Rudiger. Here's Tchouaméni. And it's Valverde. Tchouaméni. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Rudiger makes the interception. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking for the run. And now the breakaway.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Tries to get it clear. The final seconds now. Camavinga. And we've reached half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Madrid are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Vinicius Junior does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Tchouaméni. And it's Valverde. It's Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. And he's forced to go back. Camavinga. Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. And the shot! Goal!
And now it's all about how they handle this from here. Edging ahead again in this second half is best followed up with a bold mindset, a bold approach. The skipper set the example. It's up to his teammates now to follow.
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Vinicius Junior. Engages and forces him off the ball. It is a corner. Madrid with the corner, they're first. And it's been taken short. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Showing great feet there. Now, can they get him away? Alexander-Arnold plays it in.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
60 minutes played. And it's Alexander-Arnold.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Chance for a shot! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 22.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. So all square and not for the first time.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Shoots! It's in! And the comeback is complete! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Madrid go into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on them.
And again! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And a chance! Tchouaméni.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Tchouaméni. Madrid are looking to break at pace. Rodrigo has it out wide and in space. Can he finish?
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down.
Chance! It's off target and by quite a way.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. He should have put his foot right through it.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
El dorsal 9, cambio de jugadores.
Ceballos, Rodrigo, Mbappe. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Alaba, Eder Militao. Oh, that is asking for trouble. He's got away, looking for options for movement.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Carvajal. Madrid are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
Now it's Mbappe. He shifted it to the flank. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Can he get it through? Mbappe picks it up out wide. He's found a way past. He's picked his way through. And it's Camavinga. Looking to play him in. He's a sharp little ball. Shot at goal! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Sticks it away! And this is getting better and better. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pass somewhat off target. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, important interception. In with the challenge. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Tchouaméni. Barcola. And he's been shifted off it. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, played right into his path. Bellingham. And the shot! And he's done it!
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So, a breakthrough already.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely feet. Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
France are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Barcola. Rabiot could try cutting inside here. And it's Camavinga. Little pass back. And Hernandez. And it's Tchouaméni. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him. This is the time you need that pace.
Valverde puts his foot on the gas. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And here's Rabiot.
Rabiot really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
It's a pretty loose pass. Koundé. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Eder Militao. Tchouaméni. Valverde. Rabiot.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Plays it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Camavinga. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Rabiot. And here's Mbappe.
Oh, really well played.
Now it's Camavinga. Barcola. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's Tchouaméni. That's very neat. Now this could be a chance.
France certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Rabiot with a definite foul there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Attention, changement.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Carvajal. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short.
Eder Militao.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
And it's Rudiger. That's Rudiger. Has a look and plays it forward. And he's chosen to go back. Alaba receives it in a good position here. Rabiot. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we are back on the way.
France really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Knocks it into space, and he welcomes it in. He's on it, can he get away? Vinicius Junior. Rudiger. Alaba. Carvajal making good progress on the right-hand side. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Now it's Brahim Diaz. It's played through for him. And he's got the beating of his man. He's had a shot! No mistake! And this is getting better and better. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Madrid are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Goes for a shot! And it's in! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 20, le numéro 11, le numéro 14. À leur place, le numéro 7.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Changement.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Good read, needed to be.
France really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And here's Mbappe. Now it's Camavinga. And this is Dembele. Chance for a shot! He's got a goal! France are back on level terms. How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Good ball over the top. Mignon getting this one clear.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Doué tries a shot! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Mbappe fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Camavinga looking to penetrate opposition lines. Alaba. And it's Camavinga. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And it's Camavinga. Well, that looks a decent ball. Look at the space here. Shifted it to the flank.
Il y aura 2 minutes de temps additionnel.
Alaba. Well, no joy this time.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Alaba. Nice looking ball. Well, that's well spotted. And the referee brings it to a close. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all scored. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Oh, well played. Rudiger did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he's managed to get free. Gets into some space. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. Now it's Bellingham. Real chance! And he's scored!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
France finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Well, that looks there's the shot! And the ball's come loose here. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Valverde. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now Eder Militao.
France really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Valverde receives it in a good position here. And he shoots! It's off target and by quite a way.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
It's a pretty loose pass. Chouameni. Now, can they get him away?
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Knocks it into space. He's found a way through. Big shoots! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Madrid with the corner. They're first. They've played it short. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Eder Militao. Tries to play it through. Can he latch on to this? Lovely feet. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Oh, nice touch. And that's aimed into the middle. Rabiot. Barcola. And it's Camavinga. And Koundé. Over to the other side. Hernandez. Now Barcola. And it's Chouameni. That's a lovely, neat pass. Olise. And here's Camavinga. Rudiger did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That has found him in acres of space. Bellingham is onto this.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Pass somewhat off target. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Chouameni. Half-time getting close now. And here's Olise. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Bellingham. Goes looking wide. Looking to play him in. Vinicius Junior. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Camavinga. Now it's Barcola. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we are already promptly back underway.
France really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Oh, easy pickings there. Howson. Passing is crisp and sharp. Koundé. Valverde. Here's Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Bellingham. Distributed tidily. He has found the way through. Pings it across. Rabiot.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And he's picked out the run. And a chance! Koundé getting this one clear. Aimed beyond the defence. Swept in.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Foot in. France still this single goal behind. Bellingham gets flagged offside.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 20.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Le numéro 14.
Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Looking for options for movement, and he's got shot a goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Mbappe actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Madrid have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Koné deals with that comfortably. France are looking to go forward now. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Mbappe under intense pressure.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And it's Camavinga. Camavinga. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 6.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Le numéro 25. Changement.
Now it's Mbappe. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Rodrigo looking to get on the end of this. Mendy. And he's picked it up out wide. He's a sharp little ball here. They've got a corner here. So, third corner of the game. Mendy plays it short. Saliba wins the duel this time. Koné. Kone powering forward here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Rodrigo!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
France are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Rudiger gets over and intercepts. Carvajal engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Carvajal. He's got away. And he cuts out the supply. Conte. Saliba.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Doué. He's in a great position here. That's an excellent interception.
France really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Now that's well seen too.
Temps additionnel.
Sports official
3
showing
minutes.
that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Konate. Brahim Diaz. And it's lofted through here. Mbappe looking to run onto it. He's shifting through the gears here. Mbappe! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
It's just a bad day at the office, Peter. They look below par in all areas, and it has to be cause for genuine worry.
Chers
Well,
spectateurs,
thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Merci beaucoup.